I'm new to streaming, as you probably just figured out. This is my first time ever streaming. We are going to be streaming on Sundays at 2 p.m. Central Time. And so again, West Coast time, it's noon. And if you're on East Coast time, that is 3 p.m. And then if you're elsewhere in the world, you can figure out where your time slot is. We're just excited to show you this world we've been working on for a while now. We hope you enjoy it as well. If you like it, go ahead and give the channel a follow, and you'll know when we do go live. Again, Sundays is our planned time going forward. But we don't have a ton of announcements, so if you guys are all ready, let's jump into this session, starting this off. So we zoom in on the worn and weary city of Beacon. The streets littered with abandoned vehicles, vacant buildings are mostly looted of valuable contents, and most importantly, the citizens of Beacon live under the protection of an aura radiating from an old radio tower, preventing horrible and potentially world-ending monsters from entering. It was 42 years ago that hundreds of refugees fled the invasion of these terrible monsters and made Beacon their new home. The city itself was found completely abandoned and void of former occupants, besides some pests that nest in structures and holes throughout the city. Even the language and the technology that was left behind was different and strange. And the beacon itself, the aura emits, keeping all monsters away. It gives them protection they need to flourish. The refugees made the best of their situation. Some took up occupancy in old buildings and homes, while others made small farming communities just outside the town. They continued to rebuild and defend their lives here in their new home, thankful that they didn't end up like many of their friends and loved ones during the invasion. It's a rough life, but the citizens of Beacon are held together by the religious center and presumed savior of the residents, the Beacon. We go into a small fighting arena known as the Iron Fist. Down in the basement, we find Keres and another occupant, another teenage boy named Rodden, who are sitting down in one of the rooms, throwing a rubber ball up against a wall, back and forth to each other. So thump, 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 back and forth, to each other, and talking this afternoon. Rodden, he's a 17-year-old. He's got some short, messy hair, brown color, and blue eyes, and he's just scrawny little guy. He looks over to Keres and says, "So yeah, are you sneaking up to see the fights again today?"
Duh. Are you?
I mean, it's good to kind of watch for that. I mean, prepare for what's coming for me. So.
Yeah. And, like, her shoulders kind of slump a little bit. And she just goes, I guess it's not really as exciting if it's going to be you in there soon.
Yeah, I mean, I've been getting some training, though. I mean, Carter's been showing me some stuff, so I think I'm getting better. I think I might do all right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think, you'll do good. I don't know. There's like a time you might not do good.
Talking like your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, everybody kind of has their ups and downs, I guess. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's completely out of the game, right?
I mean, I like to think it's just, he's like a temporary underdog. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it just feels like I mean, like a few years ago, he'd get like decked in the face, and like a couple days later, he'd be fine. But now, like, it takes longer. I guess it's because you're older. I don't know. I mean, I think you probably have like a good 15 years of fighting in you. Like, I bet you would be like champion for sure at one point.
Yeah, maybe.
But,
Maybe. I don't know. Carter's pretty good too. But
mm,
his dad, though, I don't know what he thinks of me. And
oh, James?
yeah, James. Um, and James is the guy who runs the Iron Fist. He's the owner. This big, muscular, bald-headed man who, I mean, he runs the Iron Fist with an Iron Fist. He keeps things in line there. So, um, but yeah, Rodden just says I just don't know if he's gonna like me that much. Because I mean I'm competing against his son potentially to be the top spot here.
Um, hey, out of character, Mark, when when people have gone against his son in the past, does he seem to like have favorites? The arena owner?
I mean he definitely wants his son to succeed. You've seen that. His his son is still kind of fresh into it though. He's not quite to the top level yet that like your dad was at.
Uh-huh.
He was a little bit higher up in his abilities compared to even what Carter's at right now.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it depends on if he'll play favorites or not. I
Yeah.
mean, like I know you're like, and she'll like lower her voice a little bit, and she'll say like, I know you want to do this a little bit, but you ever thought about just like doing something else?
I mean, I could always try to do something else, but I don't know what else I'd be good at.
Like I just think the options are crappy, you know?
Yeah. I
Like
mean,
don't tell anyone, but
I mean, I've been here already accumulating a debt. Like, I don't have any parents here. Like, they're not paying for me. I've been accumulating a debt to James this whole time. Like, I gotta pay that off before I can leave, or who knows what he'll do.
yeah, I guess I didn't think about that.
I mean, and as you guys are talking, all of a sudden, an older woman comes in, or she's not older, she's middle aged, but she's older than you,
Mm.
and she's one of the women who work here, and it's Miranda, this nice middle aged lady who has been kind of like a motherly figure to you throughout your time growing up here. And she says, "Oh, hey, hello, you two. I just went in and I bought a nice little treat for my kids, and I just want to stop by to see if you would like a cookie each."
Oh my gosh, that's so nice.
Yeah. So she pulls out from a little bag 2 cookies and gives one to each of you.
Are you sure you don't want to like give the other ones to your kids though?
No, they already have enough energy. They don't need any more.
Yeah, okay. I can respect that. And she'll take it.
Are you two doing okay though?
Hmm.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Yeah. Um by the way, I don't know if I ever described Keres.
Go ahead.
Can
You
I
can
describe
describe
her
Keres.
really
Yeah, go
fast?
for it.
Okay. She is about 5'7". She has like golden brown colored skin, and like pretty like piercing golden eyes, like actually gold. Uh, and she has like maroon colored hair. One half is like braided, pretty and tidy, tiny little tight braids, and the other side is loose and it goes down to her waist. And yeah, she's kind of lanky herself. It probably comes with, there's probably not like an abundance of food everywhere where they live. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely not a ton of extra food to go around. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, Miranda will just say, okay, well, you two be good tonight, and I'll see you around. And she heads out. Rodden just looks to you and just is like, yeah, I mean, I feel like James wants me to do well, though. I mean, he's setting stuff up for me, I guess.
What do you mean he's setting stuff up for you?
Um, okay, you can't tell anybody right now about this.
Okay.
This is something that I think he set up for just me and Carter, and it's supposed to be kind of a secret because he's worried that, like, if other league members found out about this, that he might get in trouble. But
Oh. She like leans in like very eagerly, like, what is it?
so apparently, James found somebody who he does kind of like experimental treatments on people. Like, I don't know, and it's some sort of procedure or something that makes it so that people can fight better. And
Whoa.
like he's having me and Carter do it. Like he's paying for it.
What does that mean?
I mean, I don't know all the details, but like supposedly it's gonna make me a better fighter. It's gonna like make me stronger and faster and
What?
tougher, and uh, that's what James was saying. So
And it's like expensive?
I mean, it's probably expensive. Like if you could just become stronger, faster, and everything just for cheap, everyone would be doing it. So
Oh my gosh. Wait, why am I not in on this? I'm almost 18.
I don't know. I mean, okay. I mean, I don't know if your dad's gonna like this, but I mean, we're just gonna be out in the back alley after the fights tonight. We're gonna meet with this guy. So I'm gonna be gone potentially for a few days, and if you snuck out there and you talk to this guy, maybe things could be worked out. But again, I don't want your dad mad at me, so don't tell him I told you this.
Oh no, I'll just you know how I always wander around in back alleys at night by
Yeah,
myself?
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, okay, cuz here's the thing. I if literally my only options when I turn 18 are live on the street and probably die, be one of the girls here, or fight, like I mean, I guess I'd pick fighting maybe, but I don't really want to do that either. Like I feel like there needs to be a better way to do this, but if I can get dad out
I mean,
by, like getting some extra, like maybe I could punch people really hard or something.
like I'm sure that I don't know. I know that you look up to your dad and everything, but I don't know if the fighting life is the right life for you. I mean, I'll tell you this though. No matter what happens, I'm gonna do what I can to help keep you safe and protected.
Well, okay, like I know the fighting life like isn't like I know I'm kind of wimpy.
I mean, I didn't
And
say
I
that. I
don't
didn't say that. I didn't say that.
no, I mean, I just I don't really okay, I think fighting's awesome, right? And I love the matches and I love watching, but what I don't like is that you have to stay even when you don't want to be there anymore.
Yeah.
Like if this was different maybe, but I don't like maybe being like I don't like being trapped in it potentially, and I don't like that you're already trapped in it. I don't like that he's trapped in it like dad is. So if there's like a different way to do this, I want to take it. But I don't know if this guy has it, what you're talking about, this experiment guy.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't. I've just heard stuff from Carter. I don't know what all this is gonna be. Uh, but I mean, if you snuck out there, just saying, I I won't tell anybody.
Okay, I probably will then. Wait, but will he get mad at me? Will James get mad at me?
I don't know. I mean,
Is he gonna be there?
I don't know.
Okay.
But
Okay, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. It'll be good. It'll be good.
yeah, it's gonna be good. Uh, I don't know. It's a little scary, but I'm sure it'll be okay. Right, right.
Yeah. I mean, if there's someone that's gonna give you a lot of extra strength to win, then why not take it, you know? Especially if someone else is gonna pay for it.
Yeah.
Wait, do you not want to?
I mean, I'll do it. I mean, if James is gonna pay for it, if James is gonna do this for me, I'm gonna do it. So, and it'll be something so I can start working my own thing and do my own thing. And who knows? Like if we start winning, like Carter and I start winning all the time, we could make the Iron Fist like the top place again, and we could
Yeah.
be like having a sweet life.
Yeah. And maybe if you become the champ or something, then we could we could run this place. You know. I mean, don't tell anyone I said that.
Yeah, don't tell James you.
I I would tell
that.
James that. I'm not stupid.
Yeah, do not tell James that. But
I'm just saying it would be really cool, right?
and yeah, you don't want Carter to hear that either because he doesn't like you. He'll probably wail on you or something.
Whatever.
But yeah, I mean, if you want to, maybe this is your chance.
Okay. I'll figure out a way to talk to this person.
Okay. So yeah, you and Rod, and you just kind of hang out down there, messing around, enjoying your cookie. Um,
Is a pretty happy time.
yeah, I mean, you spend a lot of days like this. Uh, your life is basically just living in the Iron Fist. I mean, you're welcome to go upstairs when things aren't going on, but once the fight night starts, you're supposed to stay out of sight basically. So you've spent a lot of time in the basement or like hiding in the back upstairs.
Yeah.
But
Well, sometimes. I mean, I feel like I like to go sneak and watch the matches if no one can
oh
see
yeah,
me.
I mean, as long as you don't get seen,
Yeah.
that's the key.
I feel like I've found a couple pretty good hiding places over the years.
Yep, you know the angles and
Mm-hmm.
the good things to see. So you
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
you definitely can watch fights. Um, but yeah, as the night progresses, you you two kind of make your little sneaky way to get upstairs as it begins to fill up with patrons, and drinks begin to get passed around. Everyone's getting more and more rowdy, and over in the corner there's like the wooden protective beams that kind of block off the fighting pit, and then people begin to crowd around there with their chairs and pull up tables, and they're all starting to place bets on the various fighters that are going to be fighting tonight. Um, this evening, you guys are hosting another fighting pit known as the Crushing Grasp. They're bringing over
Ooh.
some fighters tonight to compete against your fighters, and they are your opponents this evening who are coming
Dun
in.
dun dun.
So
Okay.
there's definitely even some people who are like all out for the Iron Fist, and there's some people who are for the Crushing Grasp, and some fights even like nearly break out. And you got James, who's kind of just like up there, like talking up the crowd and getting people trying to get them invested in gambling and getting some drinks going and food. And I mean, they're really trying to. He's really trying to play up the thing. He's not really paying attention to you if you go up there. As long as you stay out of the way.
Yeah, I'm staying out of the way for sure. I know the rules.
You know the rules.
Random question. Is he wearing a suit? I didn't know if he was the type of
He
leader of
is
the arena to wear a suit
he
or
is
not.
the type to wear kind of like this black like nice suit. It's not like a really fancy. It's got some wear to it, but it's fairly nice for typical like attire of residents of Beacon.
Okay, cool.
So he is dressed up though. He's definitely looking good
Fancy.
for this.
He's looking good. Okay, perfect.
But I mean, he's just kind of like clomping around with his heavy footfalls. I mean, he's a big guy. He's got a lot of bulk to him, and he's just kind of going around, just chatting up like, "Hey, welcome, good to see you." And eventually, the other boss, the leader of the grasping, the crushing grasp, he comes in and they kind of like shake hands, and it almost looks like they're trying to like squeeze each other's hands so hard to make the other person like give up and everything, and they kind of get in each other's face a little bit, and it's like, yeah, you're going down, and like this like really like brings the crowd into it too. They see this because it's all like a show basically. It's all to kind of rile up the crowd and get people really invested in this rivalry going on tonight. You see your dad sitting over at one of the tables, kind of taping up his fists and wrapping them all up to be ready for the fight tonight.
How's his mood, my dad?
Why don't you give me like an insight roll, or I guess for now it'd be wisdom.
Okay. First roll is an insight on my daddy.
Yep.
Okay. I got a 10.
10. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he doesn't look like he's really into the night, but
yeah,
he seems a little out of it.
Okay. That probably, like, she might have, as she was, like, watching this whole, like, show, she might have been kind of, like, yeah, like, into it a little more, and then once she looks over at him, then she just sort of does not seem as invested anymore, and it just kind of gets a little more quiet.
Yeah, he's just over there kind of getting ready. Eventually, James will kind of go over to him and just kind of, like, go give him a little bit of a pep talk, it looks like, and kind of, like, rubbing his shoulders and smacks him on the arm a little bit. He looks like he's trying to motivate him, and he makes his rounds to the other fighters. So he goes over to Carter, and I mean, like, it's father-son bonding time going on. They're really getting into it, and there's also Gregor, who he kind of like functions as like a bodyguard enforcer type guy who really kind of keeps an eye on people to make sure they don't get out of line. But he also fights. And he's right now the top dog in the Iron Fist. He's the big guy. He's the guy who is headlining the fight tonight.
Gregor is?
Yeah, Gregor is.
Okay.
He's the headliner, fighting the champion in the crushing grasps. So it's those two are going at each other in the main event tonight in a big fight. So.
Okay.
But the night continues to grow. The crowd kind of packs in. It gets pretty tight, and you're able to get lost in the crowd pretty easily at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to specifically do while you're there, as it gets close to fight time?
It depends. Am I by myself, or is Rodden or any of the other kind of like kids that live at the arena with me?
All the other kids, since like the oldest one is 6, they're all downstairs. Those kids are all downstairs, either with their mothers or just kind of playing. The Rodden, he's up there with you. He's hanging out, and he is gonna watch the fights with you.
Okay.
Why don't you give me a perception roll real quick too?
Okay. Oh, I rolled a 20.
You rolled a 20. Okay.
I rolled a 20, but and no modifier.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, that's still really good.
Yeah, it was great.
So
Hooray.
you begin kind of scanning the crowd and looking around, and you see a lot of the regulars. There's a lot of people you kind of know. They're here every week. They just enjoy this. And as you kind of begin to look around, you see a new face that you've never seen before. Um,
Ooh.
and it's a guy in his probably you'd guess 30s. Um, he is also not dressed like most other people here. He's wearing like a white collared shirt with a vest over top of it, a gray vest. He's fairly skinny. He's not super tall looking either. He's probably um, like mid 6 foot range, maybe a little higher than that. And he isn't getting involved into like the rowdiness of the group. He's kind of sitting there, pretty stoic, and he's kind of looking like he's eyeing up the various fighters that are here. So the ones that are normally in the Iron Fist, and like the visiting ones who are kind of getting ready and talking to each other. And he's beginning to look around, and you actually see James go up and shake his hand, and they begin to have like a small conversation too.
Hmm. So I guess I'll like elbow Rodden in the ribs.
What?
Hey.
Wow. What?
Oh, sorry. Look at that guy. Who's he? He looks weird.
I don't know. I've never seen him before.
Look at his fancy clothes.
Yeah. Oh man, I wonder if that's the guy that.
Oh my gosh, is that gonna be him?
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, he looks rich enough.
He does look
He's
rich.
not even cheering. Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe we should keep an eye on him.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Like watch his reaction and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And since you rolled a natural 20, you kind of are continuing to keep an eye on him. And you actually watch as James like kind of turns and points over towards both Rodden and Carter, just kind of really subtly.
Oh my gosh, Rodden!
Yeah, what?
He's pointed at you. He's pointed at you.
Oh man, that is the guy then. It's
It is him. Oh my gosh. Okay, well it's good. I know what he looks like.
Yeah,
I can like track him down.
yeah. Okay, what's good? We know who he is. Okay.
Yeah. Does he look nice? I can't tell.
I mean, I don't know. He looks like a regular guy. Maybe. Do you think we should spy on him?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. How do you want to do it? How do you want to spy on this guy?
Well, is there like space underneath where people are sitting? Cause like that'd be kind of fun to be able to like stand under there and see if we can hear him. But if that's not an option,
He's sitting at a table right now.
And
it's not even like crammed in towards the fighting area. He's kind of back closer to the bar area, and he's just kind of looking over in the direction and scanning and surveying the room.
Okay.
So he's near the back actually.
Okay. Is there any of our normal hiding places that are near that area?
Nearby, there's the hallway that kind of leads to the downstairs area. So that's got some doors you potentially could kind of hide behind, or corners you can get behind to be out of sight of him a little bit, if you wanted to do that.
And then we could like potentially hear him or watch him easily.
Yeah, if you like leaned against the wall in that hallway, you probably could hear at least some of the stuff if it wasn't too rowdy. If he was saying something.
Okay. So I'll like, hey, okay, so you know that hallway sometimes like that we'll like stay in, like we could be there.
Okay, sounds good.
You want to do that? Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Do you want to be closer? Or do you want me to be closer?
I don't know. Are you good at hearing things through a crowd?
I mean, I've gotten pretty good at it.
Yeah, I mean, we can take turns.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna miss this.
I am too. What do you mean you're gonna miss this? We can still. Well, I guess we can't really do it.
Yeah, I'll have to get ready for the fights. I'm gonna miss this.
I don't want to do this alone. Okay, whatever. We're gonna have fun tonight. Let's do it.
Okay. Let's do it. So you guys move over. dodging like various people who are already probably getting a little tipsy from too many beers, and you head over towards the hallway, and you hide in there.
Yeah.
Um, and do you want to be take the one closer or the one farther to start?
Um, I will. He can go first. Rodden can go first, closer.
Okay. So he goes over there first and just kind of keeps his ear out, and he kind of like leans over. He's like, "They are talking about us. They are talking about us.
Oh my gosh! What are they saying?
They're talking about how they expect us to be gone maybe up to 3 days
3 days?
for everything to be in effect, but like he says he's guaranteeing that we're gonna be better fighters."
Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's crazy.
That's so. Whoa. I wonder what that means. Like, are you gonna come back and you're gonna be like super ripped?
You think I'm gonna be as big as James?
Oh my gosh! What if you? That would be weird.
I'm gonna buy all new clothes.
Oh. Well, if you're gonna be like the best fighter, then you probably can afford to buy new clothes.
I guess, yeah. I can buy the nicest clothes ever.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to wear a suit, but I mean,
Wait, but I don't want to be like super ripped like that, like James.
I don't know. Then don't come.
Well, fuck. I'm still coming.
I mean, just imagine you could be like the biggest, baddest lady fighter in town.
God, just kick people in the face
Yeah,
and then they'd cry.
that would be funny.
Wouldn't it be great? Okay, all right. So he guarantees it though. I mean, if he's like rich, he must know what he's talking about. So
Yeah, I mean, he knows what he's talking about, I think.
yeah, for sure.
Here, you want to listen?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay. Give me a perception roll.
So switch places. Oh, 17 on the die, which, and again, no modifier. So.
Okay. So you kind of hear the end of their conversation. James and this guy, and you hear him saying, "Well, Mr. Shaw, I'm glad we can be doing business with you." And the man who is all mysterious with the vest just says, "Yes, yes, we'll be having a wonderful result. I'm sure. I'm sure they'll be very satisfied." And you just kind of catch right at the end of the conversation.
So, like, she's like listening in and she looks super excited, but since she caught the end of it, like, she just kind of like wilts a little bit. She's like, oh, that wasn't exciting. It was basically the same thing.
Oh, should have gone first.
Well, it's fine.
Okay. Okay.
I thought maybe, you know, if they're going to save anything super crazy, it'd be at the end, you know? But
True.
no.
True. Okay. But yeah, it's definitely getting close to the fight time. And you know that most likely your dad is going to be in the first fight.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I would probably want to go. So I'd like be like, hey, do you mind going back? I want to see if Dad does okay.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Okay.
So the crowd continues to just kind of pile in close, and you kind of figure out like your just right angle that you can kind of look through the crowd and see the fight going on. But your dad kind of gets up, and he just kind of like looks like he's trying to pump himself up a little bit and get ready for the fight. Again, James kind of goes over to him and just like looks like he's giving him some sort of pep talk. And you also see another guy from the other place, the crushing grasps, kind of get up and get ready. He looks like he's getting pumped up for the battle too.
The guy that's gonna fight him.
Yeah.
What does he like? What does he look like?
So
Does he look like my dad'll get him?
He looks slightly younger than your dad. He's kind of got these tattoos all the way down his arms, and he's very short, shaved, bald head. So just kind of buzz cut going on. with black hair,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean he looks real intense. He actually has a headband tied around his head too, and a couple wristbands that all are this black color, and he looks like he might be tough. He's a little small. He's a little smaller than your dad, but he's quick looking.
Okay. Okay. This guy looks like maybe he's not, you know, the best. Maybe he'll be like a bleeder, you know?
Yeah, I think your dad can do this. I think he's gonna win.
Yeah. Yeah, he totally will. He's gonna do this.
Okay,
Yeah.
I believe in him. I believe in him. He can do this.
Yeah. I feel like both of them are probably saying it like they're trying to convince themselves.
It may seem that way, yeah.
Yeah.
But James gets into the center of the pit, and you watch as your dad, Samo, kind of comes into the pit, and the other guy comes in, and James kind of yells out to the crowd, "Everybody, gather around! We're ready for the opening battle tonight. We have the great Samo, who is going to be showing his amazing skills that he's shown in the past once again to you tonight as he takes on from the crushing grasp Barna." And the crowd just starts, yeah, yeah. Um, it's getting in there. He's like, okay, combatants, get in here, let's go. And they kind of go up and they tap their fists together, and then James says, okay, fight, and they begin to throw some punches at each other. Your dad kind of steps up and tries to go in with a quick jab, but this guy quickly dodges out of the way, just barely. And he comes around swinging with a left hook, and you watch as it just collides with your dad's head. Your dad, though, he kind of like shakes it off quick, and he kind of steps back for a second, and you see him turn, just roundhouse just kicks this guy right in the side. And
Ooh.
he just kind of, the guy just takes a huge blow, and it looks like it knocked the wind out of him a little bit. But he kind of like rights himself up. He's like, oh, that's how it's gonna be, and he runs up and just throws his knee up into your dad's face, and just he takes it right in the jaw. Another solid hit on your dad. But you know your dad's tough. You know he's a tough guy, and he still's holding on. He turns and he kind of like comes in and he goes for another couple punches, and the guy looks like he's absorbing him for the most part, but one collides with right in his stomach, and once again it looks like it's a good body shot that injures Barna. And Barna, your dad comes in for another one. He blocks your dad for a punch, and then he just swings with this uppercut and just collides again with your dad right in the jaw, and there's blood starting to trickle out of your dad's mouth now.
Like with every swing, like any good swing her dad does, she's like screaming. And then every bad swing, you know, then she's really quiet and she's just like,
yeah, it's,
you know, wincing, which is weird for her because normally when she watches fights, she doesn't wince at all. Like she just stares flat on at it like it's not a big deal. But
yeah,
this is
a good fight that you've seen. This is one of the better ones your dad has done for a while.
Okay, well that's good.
But that last like punch to the jaw, it looked like it really rattled your dad a little bit, and he looks like he's starting to get a little dizzy, and he just kind of like flails one of his arms wildly. He looks like he's starting to lose a little bit of his mental aptitude right now, and he's having trouble kind of even visualizing where things are going. He's probably seeing double right now, and he swings wildly, and then Barna kind of sees this as an opportunity and just decks him straight in the face. And your dad falls backwards, unconscious.
Oh, he's unconscious. No. Okay.
And the crowd erupts. Everyone starts cheering. you see people being like, "Oh, I knew he couldn't do it," and they begin to kind of exchange some funds back and forth from the gambling that was going on. Some people are like, "Oh, I'll get you in a round now," and they go up to get a drink, and it's it's pretty lively. It was a good show for the most part, but you see James just kind of in the corner shaking his head like he's really upset with how that fight went. And
Yeah,
some
she's
people
just really quiet.
um, some people go in, they start to attend to your dad a little bit, and he kind of begins to wake up a little bit, and he's he's being helped out to one of the tables where they begin to bandage him up a little bit. And
Am I allowed to go um talk to them after their fights, or am I just supposed to not even be around the entire time?
um, in general, you're supposed to not really be around, but it's up to you what you want to do.
Okay, I probably wouldn't make any more trouble for him than needs to be.
Okay. Um, but yeah, you see blood like trickling down your dad's nose. His eyes are all puffy. Um, he's he's looking like he's in a lot of pain, but they get him back to consciousness, and he's starting to kind of regain his focus. They get him some water so he can drink some of that. And Rod's just like, ouch, that looked rough. He did pretty good though. Like he got some good hits in there.
He did. I mean, yeah, I thought he was gonna win.
I think that guy
Well,
just got a couple lucky shots. That's all it is.
yeah, that's true. It was only just a few lucky ones, and he would have totally beat him normally.
Oh yeah, your dad should
He
have
didn't.
won that one. It just that uppercut really got him. It looked like.
Yeah. Hey, what if Dad got that thing that you guys are getting?
I mean, maybe. I feel like James would have offered it though if you meant it for him.
Yeah, maybe I can convince that guy.
You could try.
I don't know. I just like look. He's so sad. I hate that. Like, remember like a few years ago when he was like the best?
Yeah,
Everyone was like buying him drinks and stuff.
yeah, yeah. He was champion, so that was pretty good.
Yeah.
But who knows? I mean, he's got to have another run again. He's still got fight in him. He still is doing good.
Yeah.
I think he can still do it. I don't think he's done yet.
Really?
Yeah, I think he'll be okay. He's he's just been lucky shots, just some lucky shots going in, and that's why he's been losing. It's not because he's a bad fighter.
No. Yeah, he's not a bad fighter. No, no.
So
Okay.
I think his time will come where he'll take another run for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Um, as they kind of begin to clean up the fighting area a little bit, they kind of wash some of the blood off real quick, um, and begin to dry it so people don't slip on it and all that. And um, they start to go in for the second fight, and the second one is going to be Carter. He's going to be fighting a guy named Arik from the Crushing Grasp, and he they kind of begin their little fight. During this fight, you notice the guy in the vest,
Mhm.
Mr. Shaw, as he was called. You notice he's definitely taken interest in this fight.
Mhm. What was he? Did he? What was his reaction with my dad's? By the way.
It didn't look like he was super invested in that fight.
Okay, so this one he's like leaning forward type.
Yeah,
of
this one
thing.
he actually like picks up his drink and kind of begins to walk towards the back of the crowd a little more to get a better view.
Okay.
And they begin to have this fight going, and you know that Carter. He's someone who lets his emotions kind of get the best of him sometimes in fights. So he'll get pretty aggressive and angry, but he seems to use that to fuel some of his fighting. And he's going against this Arik guy, and they're beginning to start punching. Um, it looks like just that rage that's inside of Carter. It's really helping him here, and the arc guy does not look like he is able to withstand just the ferocity that's coming from Carter, and
Ooh.
Carter just kind of eventually just punches the guy and just lands on top of him and just starts punching him on the ground as he's like trying to defend himself with his hands, but Carter's just on top of him, just like wailing on him with both fists, and eventually. James has to like, kind of run in there, and the other boss who's there starts yelling, like, "Get him off him! Get him off!" And the fight's over. And just um, the crowd is just screaming for joy right now watching this fight happen because the brutality is just making the crowd so excited. And James kind of like picks up Carter off him. He's like, "We have a winner!" And just everyone starts yelling like crazy. And Carter gives his dad like a big hug and just raises both fists in the air, and everyone's just cheering really loud. And it was a pretty one sided fight there.
Ugh.
Carter's just yeah, yeah, and just screaming out to everybody. Um, it's yeah, definitely a one-sided fight, but
Man, Carter's gotten like kind of he's like a mauler now, you know?
oh
Just
yeah, he's fierce.
ugh.
But
Well, I guess it's good he's training you.
oh yeah, I mean, I'm glad he doesn't go that crazy on me. I'm sure he would just probably kill me if he really went that hard at me.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, okay.
Hmm.
Um, you watch as your dad kind of begins to limp off towards the downstairs.
Okay. Um, so he's not even staying for the rest.
No, it doesn't look like your dad's staying for the rest. It looks you have seen this before, and usually it's when James would kind of tell him like, "Hey, you're done for the night. Get out of here," and just he'd leave.
Oh, okay. Um, so I guess she'll kind of like glance over at her dad and be like, "Hey, I mean, this is cool and all, but I think I'm gonna go."
And Ron's just like, "Oh yeah, sure, yeah, go catch up with your dad. Go for it.
What? Sorry, what did you say?
Go catch up with your dad. Go for it."
Yeah, okay. Tell me how it goes.
Okay, yeah, I'll tell you how the main event goes.
Wait, what time is that thing? What time? Like, when do I need to be there?
We're supposed to meet like probably about 10, 15 minutes after kind of everybody leaves after the fights. So once everybody kind of
Okay,
begins to clear out, we're gonna head out there, the back alley.
okay. All right, I'll meet you there or do something. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Okay, sounds good. See you there.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'll leave the fight and go after my daddy.
Okay. So yeah, you begin to follow after your dad as he kind of limps down the stairs, and he kind of hears you coming because the floorboards creak on the stairs, and he just like looks up to you and he's just like, "Oh, you were up there, were you?"
No. Yeah, I was. Of course. Are you okay? Do you want me to like go get you something? it's,
Oh no,
there's nothing
no,
to get even.
no. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Just I just need to take some time to recover. That's it. I'm good. I'm good.
I mean, I don't know. She's probably like walking down with him now.
Yeah.
Um, that was like pretty good though. Like I feel like you should have won.
Yeah. I tried my best. I mean, I gave probably one of my better efforts in a while, but I don't know. Just I just would have blocked a couple more times.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was good though.
Yeah. Oh man. And you see, he's got like a glass of water he's been drinking, um, and you guys go off to your little room, um, and he kind of goes and sits in a chair in the corner, and there's the bed that you could sit on if you want to.
Yeah, I'll like plop down on the bed.
Um, and it's just like, I hate when you see me like this though.
Mm, It's not a big deal.
I mean, it is a big deal. I mean, I don't want you to worry about me. I'm doing my best, and it's gonna be okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, me and Rodden were just saying it's just like, like a losing streak and you'll be great.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping it turns around soon.
Yeah. Do you think James is gonna be mad at you?
No, I think I'll be okay.
Is he lying?
Roll me an insight.
Okay. 6.
It's hard to tell,
Okay.
but I mean, I don't want you to get too worried about me. I mean, it was just a lucky fight, I think, for that guy. That's all it was.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Well, I hope it didn't ruin your night or anything.
no, I didn't ruin my night. I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna take some time and I don't know, just maybe take a nap.
Okay. You sure you don't want anything?
No, I got my water. I'm good.
Okay.
And he's got like a washcloth too. He's been kind of nursing like his wounds with a little bit.
Um, Dad, are you sure like we can't just like, stop? And we could probably figure something out.
Uh, I wish we could. I just owe too much money.
Okay. Well, what does he expect you to do?
To win.
Um, I just don't think it's fair. I don't know.
I mean, if we're gonna do good in this league, we gotta have winners. I mean, I don't know. I'm just maybe I'm getting too old for this, but I don't really have any other way to pay him off.
Yeah. Okay. I just wish you could just like, if you wanted to retire, then you could just retire and it would be good.
Yeah, maybe someday.
Yeah. Maybe I'll figure something out.
You're smart. You could do anything you want.
Aw.
You stay out of trouble. Don't go up there to the fight anymore.
Aw.
Okay. I don't want James catching up there. He's not gonna be happy.
Okay. Yeah, all right, all right. I don't want any more trouble for you tonight. I'll just, I don't know. I'll figure something out.
Okay.
Okay, you go to sleep, and she's like she'll like grab like the blanket from like their bed and like like flop it over him, like very not gentle at all, like very unceremoniously, like.
Yeah. So he's like laying in the chair, like his head back against the wall, and you lay this blanket over top of him. And as you kind of turn to go out the door, he's just like, hey, Keres, just I love you.
Me too. You always take care of me.
Yeah, I try.
You do great.
And you kind of look, and it's hard to tell if his eyes are just like super puffy or if he's like actually beginning to tear up a little bit.
Oh, that's so sad. If she notices that, she knows it would probably be very embarrassing for him. So she's like, okay, bye. And she just like shuts the door.
So you close the door, and uh, you gonna do anything down here?
Um,
There's some kids who are playing in one of the rooms.
Yeah, what, do I have like an hour to kill or something, probably?
Maybe about that much. About that much
Okay.
time.
Yeah, I mean, I might check on the kids and see if they're doing okay.
Okay.
Um, Probably like, um, yeah, I guess I would do that for now. I might poke my head up occasionally at the arena, like not actually go out, but you know how we were like spying on that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so I might like go see if I can hear anything extra and then like go back down.
Okay, so you're
You
gonna go
know.
upstairs again?
Well, I would just kind of do both. You know what I'm saying? Like occasionally I might go poke my head up and then I just go back down because I wouldn't want to get my dad in trouble
Okay,
right
what do you
now.
want to do first?
Oh, okay, kids first.
Okay, so you head into the room with the kids. Um, you do see one of the other women who work here. Um, it is Selena. She's kind of taking over babysitting duties for the night. Looks like. So she's got her daughter, Ella, she's holding. The other two are playing with some like little toys and blocks and stuff. So it's Luca, who is the son of Miranda, and then the daughter of Miranda, Lily. They're both there playing around as Selena watches them.
Okay. So question. Uh, a lot of the ladies here, um, so when you have one person watching the kids and then the rest are upstairs.
Yeah, the other two, Miranda and Melina, the other girl who works here, they're
Hmm.
upstairs kind of doing waitressy duties and trying to get customers for the night. So,
Oh, okay, gotcha. So they all just kind of take turns normally.
yep, they have a little rotation they do.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, so I'll like probably wander in there.
Okay. So, Selena's just like, oh, hi, Keres.
Hey, you want help? I'm bored.
Do I want to help?
Do you want me to help you?
Oh, yeah. If you want to play with the kids, you can.
Yeah.
Um,
What are they doing right now?
yeah, so the two are on the ground, like they're kind of stacking some blocks up, and Luca, the older one, he like kind of like knocks over them every few seconds, and Lily kind of begins to get a little upset by that, um, but he starts building them again. Just knocks them over again. He keeps kind of repeating that.
Okay. I'll probably like go next to them and be like, okay, guys, how about this? How about this? We make the biggest tower we can, and then we can knock it off.
So Luca's definitely into that idea.
So yeah, I don't know. I'll probably just play with them like that.
Okay, so you spend some time doing that. Do you sneak upstairs too?
Yes.
Okay, roll a stealth roll, please.
Okay. I would not, by the way, just to make this clear, I would not actually go upstairs. It would be kind of like where Rodden and I were before,
Okay,
if I'm imagining this right.
so the hallway it extends out, and then there's some offices and closets on that wall, and the staircases are at the end of that hallway. And if you want to hear, you have to go upstairs through the hallway to the end of it to be able to actually hear kind of anything.
Oh, so I actually do kind of have to stealth
Yeah.
a little bit. Okay. Well, I might do it. Yeah, we'll try it.
Okay.
19.
Ooh, nice.
No, +2 actually would be my dex, so 21.
Nice. Okay. So you make your way up pretty stealthily. You hear the roar of the crowd as it sounds like the last fight might be going on right now. And um, you 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 sneak up there, and you seem like you are unheard for the most part.
Awesome.
You look over kind of out of the hallway briefly, and there is the vested gentleman, Mr. Shaw. He's seated at a table again, um, just kind of drinking some stuff. You also notice too, there looks to be maybe one or two other individuals who are nearby, who look like they might be working with him, like
Oh.
associates, almost like bodyguards even.
So they look kind of more.
They look like they're protecting Mr. Shaw.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of the vibe you get from them. They're not as invested in the fight. They're more keeping an eye on him and making sure no one's going like up to him.
Oh, okay, interesting.
But
okay.
The last fight kind of comes to an end. Everyone just kind of like cheers out, and you hear everyone kind of come to this point where it's like the end of the fight, and you hear like a body hit the ground, and you look over, and it's the one standing up is from the crushing grasp. It's their guy who's up like with their hands up, and you see like half the crowd just like and James is like rubbing the bridge of his nose, just like and just really upset, as it looks like your establishment has lost this evening.
Mm.
So definitely a disappointment.
Yeah, Keres just kind of goes, oof. Like, that's not good.
So yeah, once again, like this is the big fight, the main event, and everyone kind of begins to pass the monies around, and people kind of begin to finish up their drinks as the night is coming to a close.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm sure I would know this alleyway that he's talking about.
Yeah, definitely.
So I might start to make my way over there. Maybe even trying to find like a good place to scout out before the others get there.
Okay. So you sneak out beforehand?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you give me a perception roll for a good lookout spot?
Okay, I got a 9.
Okay.
I'm too pumped.
So yeah, you spot some like old dumpsters that are nearby, that might be a good spot to hide behind.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. So you go and kind of stand over there for a second. You watch as people kind of are filing out of the Iron Fist, and they're all pretty rowdy and talking about what's going on, talking about the winners and the losers of the fights and how much money they won, that kind of stuff. And not too long after that, you kind of watch as this Mr. Shaw comes out with his two individuals. Give me a perception roll for them.
20, I'm not lying.
Another 20?
Yeah.
Nice. So, it looks like, for the most part, this Mr. Shaw, he doesn't look like he's armed with anything. The only thing you see more notable on him is he's got kind of this little like book pouch thing, or this like book that's like held in this holster almost on like the lower part of his back, and it's kind of thicker book that's there. So he's got a bunch of papers that are sticking out of this, and it looks like it's something important to him.
Mm-hmm.
The two guards, they are both armed with a type of gun, and it looks pretty fancy.
Okay.
So they go out and kind of stand there for a little bit. You watch as Mr. Shaw pulls the book out briefly and kind of begins to flip through it a little bit. And he closes it up and puts it away.
Does it have like a title on it or anything?
You look.
Oh, I guess yeah, or a picture on it because I can't read.
Yeah. I mean,
but
you look for any like words that would be on there. You don't see words on it. It looks like it's just a plain like leather bound book.
Oh, okay.
It's got a little bit of a design to it with the leather, like it's colored, like it's brown on the inside with the corners have this like triangular green pattern over the top of it, and the binding's green as well. But otherwise, you don't really see any words or imagery on it at all.
Okay.
But he looks like he wrote a few notes in there with a pen or something, and closed it up and put it back in its little holster. And shortly after that, you watch as both Rodden and Carter come out with James. And James says, "Okay, well, here they are. Take good care of them. Bring them back to their winners." And Mr. Shaw says, "Of course, we will make sure that this is done very well, and you will not be dissatisfied with the results. You'll have winners on your hand." And they shake hands, and James says, "Good, that's what I like to hear." And he turns and he walks away. You watch as the vested man, Mr. Shaw, who looks him up and down real quick. And he says, "You two, which one of you is which one of you is Carter? Which one of you is Rodden?" And Carter raises his hands like, "I'm Carter, and this is Rodden." And he says, pleasure to meet you. My name is Willis Shaw. I work for Spire Technologies, and you have both been given a great opportunity to be able to have an experimental treatment be done on you to make you champions of your fighting arena. So we're going to head this way. We're going to proceed into our van that we have, and we're going to take a journey to our laboratory. You kind of look, and Rodden seems to be kind of like looking around to see if he can find you a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, so if he's looking around, I'll probably like peek up over the dumpster.
Give me another stealth roll.
Okay. 15.
15. Okay. So you peek up real quick, and when you do, you look and see one of the guards kind of like look over, and he sees you.
Oh.
And he's like, "Hey, who's that?"
So, she'll I guess she'll just stand up like she was gonna reveal herself anyway. So she's like, "Hi, sorry, hey, hi. It's just
And
me. I'm just here."
Willis, he looks over and he just says, "And who might you be?"
Oh, I'm Keres. I couldn't help but notice you at the arena, and
Oh, you're from the arena as well?
yeah.
I see.
Yeah, I was kind of wanting in on this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And Carter's like, "What? No, get out of here, Keres."
Whatever, Car.
And go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna be 18 soon too, you know.
Yeah, and Ron's just like, "Yeah, let her stay. She's gonna be a fighter." And Willis looks to you and just like, "A fighter, you say? You want to join us as well?"
Well, yeah. I mean, I want a better option, you know?
Oh, I can definitely give you a better option.
Really?
Of course, of course. Here, and he pulls out his book again and begins to flip through a few pages, and he says, "Here, come over here."
Okay, I'll come over.
And he says, "This contract here, this lays out the agreement that will make it so that you will be able to have plenty of options, plenty of power, plenty of ability. Just sign here. You are in the program. You will join your friends. We'll all head there now, and we'll get to work."
Whoa, really?
And
Just
he
like that?
holds out a pen for you. He's like, "It's that simple."
Whoa, wait, but wasn't like James paying for it? I don't have money.
It's all laid out that this is more of an experimental thing. So, well, you don't need to pay for your treatment. Put it that way.
Oh. Okay.
No money required.
Whoa, this is a good deal.
And Carter looks like he's just not happy with this whole situation. Like, you're just kind of tailing on to the end of this, and he's like, "Ugh." And Ron just is like, "This is your chance, Keres. You can do this. Like, this is gonna be great."
Okay. Yeah, okay, okay. Um, so she'll like take the pen and then just kind of look at this paper that she can't see anything of. She's like, "What? Wait, what do I do?"
Just sign here. He points down to this line that's at the bottom.
What if you I don't know how to write my name.
Just squiggle something there. Some people do that all the time.
Oh, okay, that's fine. She just does it real fast.
Okay. Give me a perception roll real quick.
Okay. 7.
7. Okay. Um, you quickly sign it, and it looks like there's maybe like a light that pops in the corner because you feel like there's some sort of like a little bit of a flash of a light that you see, but it's hard to tell where it came from.
Oh, okay.
Um, but yeah, you put your sort of signature on this document, and he looks at it and says, "Wonderful, wonderful. You will be joining us as well. Shall we all proceed to the vehicle?"
Um, yeah. Uh, do you mind if I tell someone not to wait up for me really fast?
Who are you going to tell?
Oh, I don't know, just someone at the arena. So, I mean, I'm not gonna tell. I was just gonna say, I don't want them to think I just randomly went missing.
All right.
I'll say
Be
I was
quick about
away.
it, though. We want to go.
Okay, okay. So I just run over and I'll probably just find whoever might be working, like
Okay.
one of the girls maybe or something.
Yeah, I mean, there's some people who kind of work more like part time. They don't live there, but they just kind of like do some extra side work that are hanging out there. That would be up top, kind of cleaning up and washing up the empty glasses.
Okay. Yeah, so I just be like, "Hey, can you tell my can you tell my dad? I mean, not now, but sometime. Can you just tell him that I'm gonna be gone for like a day or two, but I'll come back."
Samo, right?
Yeah,
Sure, sure.
yeah. Tell
I'll
him
leave
not
a
to
note
worry.
for
It'll
him.
be fine. Yeah, yeah. Just tell him not to worry. Okay, thank you.
Okay, okay,
Oh wait, don't leave a note for him. He can't read.
okay. I'll make
Just
sure
tell him.
someone knows. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. I leave.
okay. So you all three proceed with Willis and his bodyguards, and this is a special occasion because this is a vehicle, and those are extremely rare. They are there's tons of vehicles that are like litter the streets, but those none of those function anymore. But there's some people from Spire Technologies that have been able to recreate vehicles that run on like electric power that are the only ones that work in the city right now. So these are some electric vehicles, and you've never ridden in one before, but you've seen maybe a handful as you kind of roam the streets. So you're able to get into the back of this van.
Probably like you probably hear like muttering to her like, "This is so cool! Oh my gosh, I can't believe I've got it with you."
Yeah, it's definitely an experience. So Willis helps all of you up into the back of the van. And he comes and sits in the back with you with one of the bodyguards, and one of the other bodyguards goes to the front and gets in the driver's seat. And you guys begin your journey to your destination. And we're going to take a quick 5 minute break. So we'll be back shortly. So stick around. And about 5 minutes, we'll be right back.
Do-do-do.
All right, we are back. Here we go. Jump back into this. So, Keres, you got into the back of this van with Willis Shaw, who is from Spire Technologies, um, and you're with your friend Rodden and Carter, who's also from the Iron Fist. You're all on your way, driving through the streets this evening to whatever location this Mr. Shaw is going to take you to. So he's sitting in the back with you, and you're driving along, and he just says, once again, I want to thank each of you for your willingness to join this cause. This is such a good opportunity, and I'm sure you'll be very pleased with the results.
Keres is like probably sitting like looking out the window, you know, because this is exciting.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
But yeah, but she'll just kind of turn back and be like, yeah, thanks for letting me come.
Of course, of course. The more people who are willing to experience this, I think the better it will be in our world. I think a lot of good can be done with people like yourself being willing to do these types of things. So as you drive, I mean, you're passing by a lot of very dark buildings. A lot of things are just old and abandoned. You kind of can look up and you can see the sky just partly cloudy, a little bit of the moon peeking through, and then occasionally you kind of see a building that's more lit up. You see like occasional like rooms that are lit up and people walking the streets, and you continue to drive. And this is definitely the farthest you've ever been from the Iron Fist. Like he's taking you somewhere much farther than you've been before.
What do Rod and Carter look like as we're getting further away?
Give me an insight roll.
For both of them?
Yep.
10.
10. Okay. I mean, you kind of begin to look at them and try to judge what you get. I mean, Carter looks like he's more excited than anything. He's kind of like wide-eyed, looking out the window, looking like he's pretty excited for what's about to come. You look at Rodden, and he looks like maybe he's a little nervous. He's trying to hide it though.
Okay. So I'll probably like, if I'm sitting next to him, probably like link my arm through his, but not really say anything, but just.
Yeah, and he'll just kind of look at you and smile. This is good. This is a good thing.
Yeah. Like she doesn't want to talk too much with this guy sitting here, but.
So yeah, you see, Mr. Shaw. He kind of is looking. He pulls out his book, and as he's sitting there, he kind of pulls. He like does this little incantation with his hands and mutters a little bit, and all of a sudden, these 4 little lights just kind of float up around him in like a square shape, just around him, lighting up the whole area right next to him, so he can read the book. So he's cast a spell.
It's like never seen that before.
That is
right.
entirely new to you. Completely new to you.
Yeah, so I would just like probably like my arms kind of flailed like, whoa, what?
And Mr. Shaw looks at you and smiles and just says, "This is what is your potential. This is a small thing that could happen. This
What?
is from my treatment with what you are experiencing.
Her jaw's like dropped open. What? What is? Can I like? Can I touch them? Does it? Are they?
And
What is it?
he like moves his hand a little bit, and one kind of like floats towards you.
She's like probably like kind of backing away from it, but also like really looks like she wants to touch it.
And he's just like, "Go ahead."
Okay, so she'll like bring up like her one finger to like poke at it.
And it really doesn't feel like much of anything. There's like maybe kind of a small buzzing feeling you kind of feel, but it doesn't feel like anything else. Like it's nothing solid. It's just like this floating light.
Whoa. Wait, so how did is it like a? How did you do that?
Well, the treatments that we've been experimenting with, they, for some, have been able to grant extraordinary abilities and powers. Like this. They've been able to awaken some sort of energy within the world that manifests into something we call spells.
So this isn't like a fancy technology thing that rich people have.
This is for anybody. It
Whoa.
just depends on how the serum works for you.
Serum?
Yes. We've been experimenting with various serums we found from the unique materials and uh, life that's in this world, and through that we've created multiple serums that have been able to awaken powers like this.
Whoa.
So some grant abilities like this. Others increase strength or mental abilities or uh, ferocity. Some do extraordinary things that change the physical construct of a person's body, and it all depends on the various combinations we've been putting together.
Oh. So so you put combinations of things together to make different things?
Yes, consider it like a recipe.
Oh. That makes sense.
So, me being the head of development and research at Spire Technologies, I go around and I recruit individuals who are interested in taking this opportunity to receive this uh, gift. And
Um
yes, you have a question?
oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Well, what is your question?
Oh, well, if you go around doing this, like why doesn't everyone have this now? Like why have I
Well,
never seen this before?
for many, it costs money. We have to fund our research and our work, and in general, we like to not just give it out freely because it could be potentially dangerous to certain individuals.
Oh, okay.
And
So how many people
we're a
have you done it?
business, so
Yeah.
we've done it to maybe close to 100 now.
Whoa. That's
We
crazy.
continue to work on our formula to make sure it is the best it could be. We want to offer the best potential to everybody. So that is why we have people like you who come in and It's more of an experiment to see the results that we get from your treatment.
Oh. Hmm.
So, we thank you again for your willingness to join this study. I'm sure these results will be quite quite satisfactory to you.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can like make whatever type of thing you want by mixing them. So do you already know what type of thing you're going to make for each of us?
Well, we have a treatment that your boss, James, he had set up for these two individuals.
Oh.
For you, though, we had to have you enter the experimental one to receive yours, as we did not receive payment for that type of treatment.
Oh. Okay. That should be fine though, right? Like
Oh, of course, we have plenty
yeah.
of medical professionals who will be monitoring you to ensure your safety through this whole thing.
Oh, okay. Then that's cool then. I'm sure you guys know what you're doing.
Yes, we are quite well trained, and I will be monitoring everything. Don't you worry.
Okay. Well, hey, I mean, anything I can do to like get a leg up, you know?
Oh, I'm sure you will be. Your establishment, the Iron Fist, will be just overjoyed by the results of this treatment. So, uh, plenty of good things to come.
Yeah. She like perks up. She does not seem nervous. Um, she seems like she has won the jackpot right now. Like for months, she's been trying to figure out what she's gonna do when she turns 18, and it seemed like now she just is like, I did it.
Yeah, this is a
Like,
solution.
I did it. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, you guys continue to drive farther and farther from your home, and eventually you you get to a location that looks like it's fairly far from the area you know. It's kind of in the outskirts of town a bit. You go through this fence that opens up, and it's got barbed wire on the top of it. Some sort of facility that they have that's secure. And you drive up this little road, and you eventually pull into a back area of this thing. You go through a doorway, like a door big enough for the van to fit through, and it closes behind you. And uh, Willis says, "Well, we're here. Everyone may follow me." And he opens the back door of the van. You guys all proceed to get out.
Cool.
You look around, and this place is far more advanced than you've ever seen before. Like, there are lights blinking all over the place. You see people with these rifles that have almost like an energy swirling inside of them that are standing by the bay doors of this warehouse you're in, um, and uh, it's a very strange place to be.
Yeah, definitely very wide eyes, just looking, like taking in everything I can. Like probably nudging me, look at that, to, like rotted and stuff at anything that looks like
Oh
kind of
yeah,
weird or
and
different.
Ron is just like, "This is crazy. Where are we? Like,
It's
what
so
is going
cool.
on?" And Carter's just like, "Hey, Rod, come on, quit gawking, quit talking to your girlfriend. Let's go."
He's not my boyfriend, Carter.
And Rod kind of blushes a little bit and just like, "Yeah, yeah, okay." Um, and you guys begin to follow Willis again as he leads you through like up a staircase and through a doorway, and you proceed to follow him to a little elevator that you ride up. And again, you've never ridden in an elevator before. This is a
Oh!
entirely new experience to you, and you
I feel like that's the feelings that you would have if you've never ridden in an elevator.
yeah you walk in and the doorways open up and all of a sudden you feel this lifting sensation after the doors close and yeah
Like gripping onto the edges.
you just pushed a button and you start moving. You're like, what in the world is going on here? And
Is this more magic?
he
I
looks to
say to
you and
Shaw.
just kind of smiles and just says, "No, dear, this isn't magic.
Oh.
We'll get there soon enough.
Oh, okay.
Follow me." And the doors open to the elevator, and you begin to walk again down this hallway, and you look through, and there's lots of doors lining the the walls here, and there's little glass windows in most of the doors that you can look through, and a lot of them are dark. Some of them, though, you can see inside, and there looks to be people who are messing around with vials of some liquids. Some of them are wearing like face masks to kind of prevent anything from like getting on their body. They're wearing like these white coverall clothing, and it's it looks like they're like combining different things with little tubes and pouring different things into different other vials, and it's really confusing. If you've never seen anything like this, except for maybe when somebody was like messing around with a drink upstairs or making some food, like this is totally strange to you.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
but he continues to uh, lead you down, and again, he's still got the two guards that are kind of flanked behind you, and you continue to walk down this hallway, and he eventually says, "Now, you two," pointing to Rodden and Carter, "you two will be heading this way, into this room. You, Miss Keres, you'll be following me down this way."
Oh, okay. And I'll like look to Carter and be like, "Good luck." And then I'll like look to Rodden and be like, "Okay, see you on the other side."
Yeah, because Carter's like, huh, huh, and just like whatever, and Rodden just looks at you. He's like, "Be safe. I'll see you on the other side."
Yeah, you too.
And a guard begins to lead them down one hallway, and you are being led in a different way by Willis and one other guard. So he leads you
Cool.
down, and he brings you into a room, and he there in the middle of the room is a chair. Uh, there's little trays of syringes that are kind of laying around too, and um, cabinets lining the walls. You look at the chair too, and it's got straps like for arms and legs on it too.
Okay. Probably when kind of like like she was, I think she was more energetic with like Rodden and Carter there because like she knows them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But now that they're gone, she's probably a little more quiet, but she still is like looking at everything. And then I guess she'll like kind of look to the chair and then look to Shaw and be like, okay, so what do I do?
Go ahead and have a seat. We'll begin shortly.
Okay. So she'll just kind of plop down, cross her arms,
So
bounce her foot.
I understand your nerves here. Um, so before we begin, I just wanted to get some information from you. Uh, so your father and mother, who are they? I mean, are they human? What information do you have? Any medical issues you've learned about with them?
Um, well, my dad was one of the fighters actually.
Okay, which one?
Um, he was Samo.
Ah, the first one. Oh, yes, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, I don't really know. I mean, he's always been really strong and stuff. I can't think of anything that was been wrong with him. besides
right.
injuries that he got in the arena or something. Do I need to talk about all of those? Because those are like a lot, because he's been doing that for like years and years. You know what I'm saying? So,
No,
I mean, it's
that that's
oh,
that's not what we're talking about. We're more thinking of things that would be in his bloodline. So those injuries wouldn't count as things.
okay. Then no, I don't know. I don't know who my mom is.
Okay. And he's taking notes as you're telling him this, and he's like, okay, well, this will be a little more exploratory, I guess.
Okay.
But again, don't fear. This is going to be great. Again, you'll be well taken care of here. And at this point, like a couple individuals who are again dressed in that like white coverall uh, clothing come in. One's a woman who smiles at you as she comes in. The other one is a guy, and he looks a little more serious, but he doesn't look like he's trying to like scare you. He looks like he's trying to calm you. He just doesn't necessarily do as good of a job as the lady does.
He might not be like as good of people skills.
Yeah, his people skills could be a little better.
Bedside manner. Okay.
So these two walk in. They begin to kind of uh, get some stuff ready, and Willa says, "One moment, please." And he goes over and talks to him, and is like starts whispering something to uh, the woman.
Okay, here.
Roll perception.
17.
All right. You hear him start to say, "Yeah, get her the S427 injection,"
S427.
and uh, she just kind of like looks at him, and he's just like, "Okay, yes, sir," and she walks off. And he turns back to you and says, "So anything else you need? Some water? Anything else you'd like? Maybe some food before we begin?"
I don't think so. You said it'll take like 3 days or something. Am I just gonna be here this whole time?
Well, we want to monitor you to make sure you have the appropriate results that are desired. So
Oh, okay. So it won't take 3 days.
the whole process entirely shouldn't take the full 3 days. We just want to monitor you and make sure we take notes. Like I said, this is more of an experimental injection.
Yeah.
We're not quite sure what the results are going to be for you. So we want to make sure we take notes, because this could be something that we could use to help hundreds of people if this works out right. You could be the first in making Beacon a better place. So, in a way, you're sort of already a hero.
I don't laugh in character, but oh geez. Okay. So she'll just be like, okay, yeah, oh okay, that sounds cool.
So, um, we're going to prepare you. Again, would you like something to drink or eat before we begin?
No, I don't think so. Unless I'm supposed to. Am I supposed to?
I mean, it might help you just to have a little
Oh.
bit of a something to hold on to. If you've eaten recently, you probably should be fine. But
Okay. I mean, I guess if you think that's smart, just give me whatever you think would be good.
and he just kind of motions to the other guy who's been like kind of standing there with his arms crossed, looking at you. He's like, "Why don't you go grab her something to eat real quick?" And he's just like, "Oh, okay, sure, yeah." He goes out, and you're left with just Shaw on the guard now, and he just kind of looks at you and says, "I understand this might be a bit scary for you, but again, I want to assure you, you are in great hands here. We will
I'm
take good
not
care
really
of you."
that scared.
Oh, well, you're a brave one.
Okay, listen, here's the thing. Now that Carter's gone, I can tell you. My
Yes.
options was when I turn 18, either I have to fight in the arena, I have to get lost and live on the streets, or I have to be one of the prostitutes in the arena. So, if you were in my position, what would you pick?
I think
A
you've made.
random yeah,
I think you've made the right choice.
exactly. So, I mean, I've been thinking, I've been looking for like weird alternative solutions like all year now. And then you just show up out of the blue. I think it's a sign from something.
Yes. Um, but I just wanted to assure you once again that you're in great hands here, um, and I'm going to make sure that you are taken care of. You and your friends are all taken care of, and you're going to go back grateful for this opportunity.
Well, like, do you think I'll get such cool skills that I can make money and like get my dad out of debt?
I mean, I think that with the results we've seen, that is entirely possible.
Whoa.
So,
Okay.
and at this point, the woman comes back and she's got this vial. Uh, and if you want to take a look at it, you can give me a perception roll.
I want to look.
Do it.
I got 3. So no.
Okay. Yeah, it's hard to see as she walks in. She's not really showing it off to you or anything. So, she walks back, and a couple minutes later, or a couple seconds later, the guy comes back as well, and he's got just like a handful of like raspberries that he's got prepared, and
Raspberry.
like couple pieces of bread with them. And he's just like, here, this should be good. So
Thanks.
raspberries and bread.
What a meal.
It's great. I know.
She's probably excited about it.
I mean, you don't know where he got it from, but it looks like he looks kind of upset that he's giving you this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you kind of taste the bread, it almost like tastes like there was something on the bread originally, like maybe some sort of meat. So
Did I take his sandwich? I'll probably like give him like a side eye as I'm eating the bread, but I won't say anything.
she just kind of like looks at you and just kind of looks away quickly. Okay. Um, so Willis again says, "Okay, well I'll be here for your injection, but there will be other things I need to attend to. I need to make sure your friends are all right too, and we have other patients. So I just want to make sure that everything goes well here." So.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I want you to take care of Rod and I guess Carter too.
Yes, I'll take care of both of them. Um, once you finish eating, Willis says, "Okay, well let's prepare her for the serum." And the guy comes over and he says, "We're gonna strap you down just to make sure you don't hurt yourself or move around in a way that would cause us to injure you in some way. So, if you don't mind."
I guess. I
Okay.
mean, I'm not gonna like hurt. You think I'm gonna like punch myself?
We just sometimes there's could be a little bit of discomfort, so we just want to make sure that you are safe.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, so she's like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So he'll like guide your arms and legs into the different straps and begin to tighten them. And you're pretty securely snug in there right now in this chair. Um, and they take some liquid and kind of wipe the area around your elbow with it. Um, looks like they're cleaning or something there, and it's on both elbows. They actually begin to clean.
Okay. She's probably being really kind of a pest because she's like, what's that? What are you doing with this? Why is this?
Just like disinfecting. Just like we're getting you ready.
Disinfect.
Yeah, we're trying to help you.
What? I know. I'm just curious.
Yeah, the guy doesn't look like he's interested. The girl is just like, "Dearie, you'll be fine." Um, and Willis kind of stands back closer to the door and just kind of observes now. And the woman goes over to a countertop that was nearby, and she goes and grabs She's got two syringes in her hand, and she's covering up what's inside of it with her hand, so you can't really see. But you see like the needle coming out the top, and she begins to walk towards you. Just says, "Are you ready?"
Yeah, let's do it.
And Willis just says, "Prepare for your whole life to change."
She probably like flashes him a smile, and she does look a little nervous now. But she's still trying to, more excited still.
So she stands on one side of you, the guy stands on the other side, and she goes and hands him one of the syringes. And they both kind of begin to lower it towards your elbows. And this is the first time you've actually been able to see what's inside the syringe now.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at it, and it's this like thick black substance.
It's thick? That's gross.
Yeah, give me a perception roll.
Okay. 9.
9? Okay. Yeah, it's just really thick looking. It it doesn't look familiar to you at all. You have no idea what this is. It looks almost kind of gross though. But they both like hover right above your elbows and hold the needle there, and they just kind of look at the guy and the girl, look at each other, and just like, okay, let's do this. And just like in unison, they both inject right into your elbow, and you watch as they begin to push the plunger in, and you watch the liquid start to shoot into your arms, and you look down and you just watch as blackness just begins to cover your entire elbow. You watch as like your skin begins to turn to this dark color, and it feels horribly painful.
Oh.
Like this is one of the most painful things you've ever felt going into you. So what I need you to do right now is I need you to grab either 3d6s or just a d6, whatever one you have on you. And I need you to roll 3 times and give me the numbers. If you get any duplicates, though, give me a reroll on that.
Okay. So I'm just going to have to do this one at a time because I just have 1d6
Sounds
on
good.
me. Okay, so first one, 4.
4? Okay.
Yeah. Second one, I got to roll again. 5.
Okay.
Third one, 3.
Okay. All right. So you feel this go into you, and yeah, it is horribly painful. You watch it go in. The blackness kind of like begins to like move up your arms, almost as if like in streaks. Just kind of like blackness like goes up your arm, and disappears as it moves up. And you watch as it like spreads down through the veins in your arms, like towards your hands, and it's actually kind of scary. And as it begins to kind of move through each of your arms, you feel that burning sensation, and it's just like your arms feel like they're on fire. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. So I would not be, since I'm 0, I would not be proficient in
Yep,
this.
just give me
then,
your
right?
con
It would
modifier in
just
there.
be, okay, sounds good. 11.
11. Okay. So yeah, you feel this horrible pain moving up and just burning the insides of you. It eventually starts to move into your chest. This painful feeling, and your breathing gets harder and harder, and it moves from your chest up towards your neck now, and you feel it kind of enter into your throat, and your breathing gets even harder, and it feels like you're almost choking, and that panic of like suffocating almost begins to set in a little bit. It moves up higher and higher up your face, this pain, and like lower down into your abdomen too at the same time, and just that burning continues as it goes on. Your eyes begin to water, and all of a sudden, like as the burning moves up your face, your vision starts to narrow more and more, as it looks like almost like intense shade and darkness is covering your eyes. almost like a blanket that's being pulled up over you, and vision begins to leave you. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no, Mark. I got a 2.
Okay. Yeah, you feel like you can't see anything. Your hearing just begins to like go away, and all of a sudden, just like it's silent. You can't
Ooh,
see
that's super
anything,
creepy.
and
Yeah.
all you feel is just pain throughout your body. It's awful. Um, like you feel like you're screaming, but you can't hear it.
Yeah.
It's
Can I even feel myself like moving at this point?
like you feel nothing right now. It is pain, and that's it. That's all you experience right now. You don't have any other like sense of what's going on around you.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Not good.
and it continues to like go up the top of your head and down through the rest of your body, and this pain just continues to intensify. Nothing's going on. You just try to hold on to any thought you have, like any mental like ability to grasp what's going on. I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay, I kid you not. I got a natural 20.
All right,
Third one.
there you go. So you
Whew.
you just hold on, and you kind of feel like you're trying to calm yourself. What would you say to help kind of calm yourself in this like panic almost that's trying to take over?
Probably 2 like main thoughts. Just kind of like, okay, this is like Rodden's doing the exact same thing, and we're both gonna be fine. It'll be good. And then the other one would probably be something um, like I'm doing this for Dad.
Okay. So
Like
yeah,
this is going to get him out.
so yeah, in your mind you just have that image of Rod and your dad just there with you, and you just are holding on to those as hard as you can, as it just seems like everything's trying to push everything else out of your head, so it's like only the pain. You hold on to these two thoughts, these two men that are in your life, and that that thought just kind of grounds you a little bit in this pain as it just covers your entire body. um, and suddenly you black out. You don't know how much longer later, but you wake up and you're in a bed, and you're wearing just some simple, um, clean clothes, and you're just laying in this room on this bed.
Whoa. Okay.
The pain's gone.
It's
Um,
all gone. I'm not even sore or anything.
like you feel maybe some tension, like you do when you kind of work out a little bit and your muscles are a little sore. But the pain is just gone though. Like it's just more like that, like tense feeling in your muscles that like you need to stretch really good or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'll just kind of be like, oh, jeez, what? And I'll like probably look around, um, see if I can figure out where I am.
Okay. So you just take a glance around the room. Um, you look and there's a doorway that you can see. Otherwise, it's a pretty empty room. There's a chair and a table in one of the corners. There's the bed you're on. Um, it's not that big of a room, but yeah, you can just see like the doorway with the glass window in it, the table and the chair and the bed.
Okay.
You can give me a perception roll if you'd like.
Yeah. 1.
Yeah, that's all you see.
So I think if I'm just like, okay, weird room, like I'll immediately like look at my skin because last time I saw, we had some weird crap spreading around it.
hmm So you begin to just kind of like look down at yourself, and uh, kind of glancing around, you look down at your hands, and on the inside of your wrists, you see like a squiggly line that's kind of at the base of your palm and your wrist. It just kind of is there. It's really faint, but it's on both of your wrists.
Squiggly line on both wrists.
And as you kind of look at it, it just kind of like almost looks like it's moving slightly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I will like rotate my wrists around like really rapidly. Does it like go with my movement?
You look at it, and as you turn, it doesn't move, but like there's just this faint little, almost like it looks like it's vibrating really quickly. This little zigzaggy thing on the inside of your wrist.
I'll probably like lick my thumb and like rub at it to see if
Okay.
it's like a mark, you know?
Yeah, you rub really hard, and it doesn't go anywhere. It's there. You continue to kind of examine yourself, and as you kind of look up your arms, like midway on your bicep, you have another similar mark. This one's a little bigger though, and it looks like it's a band that's kind of beginning to wrap around your arm, on both your arms as well.
It's black.
Yeah, it's black.
She's like just kind of like talking to herself as she's like, "Whoa, what weird? That's super weird."
Do you continue to look?
Yeah, I'd keep looking.
Okay, so you begin to look, and as you continue to look at yourself, you kind of look at your chest a little bit, and then you see another one of those little shapes, and there's like a dot above it on your chest, kind of near your collarbone. Maybe a little below that. And it's just this thin line of blackness that's there.
I'm gonna like kind of tap it. Like, does it do anything?
You look at it, and it looks like it almost has that same kind of slight vibration to it.
Okay. I guess I'll keep looking if there's anything else.
You look around some more, and you don't see a lot else right now.
Okay. If that's the case, then I guess I'd like get up and like kind of be testing, like, can I stand okay? That last part was pretty bad. So can I like move around okay? Am I crippled or something?
So you kind of ease your way to your feet, and you begin to stand up, and you feel a little shaky at first, but you can stand. You're still strong enough to stand. You rise from the bed, and get your footing, and you feel like you're standing pretty solid now.
Okay. And there's no window or anything in here?
Just the window on the door.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go look out of that.
Okay. So give me a perception roll.
Okay. Oh, hold on. 2.
2. So you go to look out the window to see if you see anything out the window, but the only thing that catches your attention, that distracts you entirely from the hallway, is you see a reflection. And there are 2 lines on each of your cheeks that look the same as the ones that are on the other parts of your body.
Ooh, weird. She's like poking them.
Yeah.
I don't know what this means. She's saying to herself. Like, so I don't know. If no one's here, I would just open the door and see if like poke my head out down the hallway.
Okay, so you open the door and look out, and you look down one of the hallways, and you spot like this guard who kind of like looks at you and just says, "Oh, you're awake now? Ready?"
Yep.
I'll get the boss.
Okay.
He wanted to know when you woke up, so.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, have a seat in your room. He'll be in there shortly.
Okay. So, are there any other rooms around me, by the way, as I before I turn to go back in the room?
You look up and down, and there's definitely other rooms here, but the guard's kind of walking towards you right now,
Oh, okay. So,
and
I
like
can't.
motioning for you to get back in.
Okay, fine. I'll get back in.
Um, so you go in. Do you sit on the bed or in the chair?
Um, Probably plop back down on the bed.
Okay. So you sit down on the bed, and about like 3 minutes later, in walks Willis, and he's got a big smile on his face and says, "So, how do you feel?"
I mean, I feel okay. There's some weird stuff on me. Did you see that?
Yes, we did notice that. Uh, there's a few things that are a bit odd about the situation.
Hmm?
Um, Here, he kind of like says, like he puts his fingers up on his neck, and he's like, "Here, put your fingers here. Feel your pulse."
Okay. So I put him up.
And you like try to feel around, and you're like, "Where's my pulse? Where is it? Why am I having trouble finding this?" And like you keep feeling around, and he's just like having trouble finding your pulse.
Yeah.
It seems your
Okay.
your heart rate has slowed dramatically.
Oh, is that a bad thing?
I mean, you seem healthy. It's just that is a bit different. Um, here. Here's another thing. And he says, "Here, can I have your hand for a second?"
Yep. So I pulled it out.
Um, he takes a pin. And he's like, "This might hurt a bit," and he goes and pricks the tip of your finger, and you feel like the pain, but you watch as like no blood comes out.
Um, that's weird. She'll even squeeze it a little bit, to kind of coax some out or something.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
like as you squeeze and try to get some to come out, like you watch, and you're squeezing real hard, and eventually like a tiny drop comes out of it. But that's it. You can't get any more to come out.
Did that black stuff eat up all my blood?
And Willis just looks at his. I don't think it ate your blood. I think it's helping you stay alive. It's almost fighting to keep you alive.
Really?
That's
That's
what it
weird.
seems.
So if I slash open my arm right now, it wouldn't really bleed?
Well, I don't know if we want to go and test that entirely, but
Oh,
theoretically,
yeah,
that
that's
is
true.
a possibility that we wouldn't have to worry about you bleeding out on us.
Oh. Hmm. Weird.
Do you feel different any other ways?
Do I, Mark?
Give me a medicine roll.
Okay. Oh, another two. This is
Okay.
fourth two.
And he just looks and just says, you don't really feel anything, but just like, well, over the next day or two, we can keep working with you and see what we can accomplish.
Okay. Do you know what happens? What? Um. Yeah, I didn't see for a while there, and I couldn't hear anything, and now I have black markings, and I don't bleed, and I don't have a pulse. So what does that mean?
Well, well, we're gonna look into this, but I have I have a couple ideas, and we can experiment a little bit. Um, are you up for that?
Sure. How long have I been out for?
You've been out for nearly a day now.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, I mean, you responded rather negatively to the treatment. It seemed like your
Huh?
body was resistant to a lot of the treatment. But like I said, we had medical professionals there who made sure to keep you safe, keep you there with us.
Wait, are you saying I almost died?
I mean, if we weren't there, it's possible.
Whoa. Well, thanks for not letting me die.
Of course, we would never let you do that.
Hmm. Oh, hey, how are Ron and Carter?
They're doing well as well. We'll get you to see them. We'll get you to see them soon. But
Oh, okay.
here, let's do a quick couple experiments on
Okay.
you. And he says, let's try this. And he goes over and there's a light switch and he turns it off. And he's like, do you see any difference? And you look and like you can see pretty clearly in this dark room now.
Okay. Um, so you hear like like an audible gasp. It's like, whoa! And that's all she says. She doesn't even tell him what it is. She's just looking.
What?
Oh, I can see everything pretty good actually. Whoa, this is crazy.
That's interesting. I figured
Weird.
something was different with your eyes. Your eyes are, I don't know, around your iris there's like this buzzing blackness that I see.
What? Really? Does it look weird?
No, it's not weird. It's just different.
Oh, okay.
But we'll continue to keep looking at this. We'll continue to see what changes have been made, what you can accomplish now. Um, as we saw those markings on you, on your body, and they seem to be in multiple places. So
Okay.
we're gonna we're gonna see what comes now. So that's where we're going to end your first session, Keres. That is the end of
Ooh.
your session 0. Um, so next week we're going to be joined by another one of our players, Mike, and we're going to get introduced to his character Mithranon, and we'll learn a little bit more about the world and who he is and uh, how he's going to get into this storyline. So tune in next week. We're going to be here again on next week's Sunday at 2 p.m. Central Time. So tune in and go ahead and just give a follow if you want to be notified when we do go live, if just in case you feel like you might forget. And we hope that you will join us. Thank you for everyone who did stick around for this or join us for this stream. And we're going to hopefully be able to post this on YouTube in the next few days. So yeah, once again, thank you for joining us, and everyone have a great day. Bye.
Bye.